But now, what about British Film Year? You'll be seeing this reminder that 1985 is indeed British Film Year when you go to the cinema over the next 12 months. The music, incidentally, was specially composed by Vangelis. Well, the stated aim of British Film Year are basically to coerce more people to go to the cinema and to boost and promote British filmmaking. The former seems to me to be the more realistic. You can't really persuade people to go and see any film simply because of its country of origin, unless it's deemed to be worth the ticket money. But you can perhaps persuade people that the cinema itself is worth visiting more often. At present, everyone in this country, on average, goes to the pictures once a year. Last year, for instance, total attendances were around 50 million, which is pretty depressing. Quite modestly, British Film Year would hope to boost that figure by about 4 or 5%, because if audiences continue to decline, there won't be any film shown anywhere, British or otherwise. OK, with all this in mind, the British Film Year Roadshow has been set up to tour the country, kicking off on Friday with a gala opening in Leicester Square, where a regiment of film world dignitaries and a small platoon of British stars were to be found rallying to the colours. One of the Film Year's main sponsors is Her Majesty's government, and so, appropriately enough, the roadshow was officially opened by the Minister for Film, Norman Lamont, MP.
I'm delighted on behalf of the government to be associated with this launch of British Film Year. We've got a great tradition in this country of filmmaking. We have wonderful technicians, actors and actresses, and it is thoroughly appropriate that we should celebrate British Film Year in this way. I can now declare British Film Year going and the roadshow on the road. Thank you very much.
The celluloid strip cut and the opening ceremony over, the party then reassembled outside to watch the first of the day's demonstrations, a death-defying leap from the Leicester Square Theatre by ace stuntman Mike Potter. The roadshow was now well and truly open, and over the next 6 months it'll be calling in at 25 cities up and down the country, starting at Brighton tomorrow, and bringing with it special film screenings, some at half price, and a host of demonstrations, exhibitions and lectures aimed at promoting one of our biggest exports, the considerable range of British film know-how. Costume design, for instance, or makeup, here discussed by actor John Hurt and Company of Wolves makeup designer Christopher Tucker.
The question is, how does one get out of it, not how you get into it.
I'm sorry. Sorry?
The basic aim is to get people back to the cinema, as everybody said. I think there's a great deal more to do as well, but I mean, this is a start.
I don't know anyone who doesn't love going to the cinema, but it's become a hassle. And the television is much easier. It's there in your home. Videos are easier. So if we can make through, and it's wonderful that having £1 million a month spent on all these cinemas, I think it's almost the most exciting part of it, because after all, we have wonderful British films. That's not the problem.
I think what's important is to start showing films as if they were entertainment again. I think the sooner the distributors stop torturing people with showing an hour of shorts and rubbish and adverts before they can actually get to see the film they've come to see, the better.
Everything will help, but I think the cinemas have got to help a lot by making it a treat to go out there and make you want to go.
Everyone should go see a film in a cinema, I think.
Every week?
Every week, yes.
I mean, I think seeing a film at home on a tape, which is probably not a very good quality one, is a little bit like TV dinners, isn't it? There's no taste in them. The real taste and the real flavour and smell and stuff comes when you see it properly shown.
Films work much better with an audience. There's an audience relationship in a film, which you can't have in a video.
Lots of people, like directors and cinematographers and even actors sometimes, go to a great deal of trouble when making a film to make sure that what is contained within that frame is right. The right amount of picture is in the frame. And then someone comes along and cuts a bit off or shoots the middle so that you see a nose on one side and a nose on the other side and a vast expanse of desert in between. So there are hazards to do with watching films on television. You don't actually see the film that we made.
Well, the programme of events carried on over Saturday and Sunday, but yesterday saw what was undoubtedly the biggest crowd pleaser, the grand inauguration of the Star Pavement. Ladies and gentlemen, may I ask you to welcome our first 5 stars for the Star Pavement, Dame Anna Neagle, Sir John Mills, Mr. Omar Sharif, Mr. Alan Bates and Mr. Charlton Heston. The Star Pavement, of course, is hardly a new idea. It began outside Grauman's Chinese Theatre on Hollywood Boulevard nearly 60 years ago. Our own version, it's hoped, will eventually stretch right round the square, and so a fitting start was made with two great British stars, Sir John Mills and Dame Anna Neagle.
And in fact, of course, an Academy Award winner for his performance in Ryan's Daughter. And,
can you just hold your hands up? Just hold your hands up. So we can see. That's it, and hang on to the camera. Can you
Okay.
The next two handprints to be preserved for posterity were those of Alan Bates and Omar Sharif. The final candidate, Charlton Heston, is no stranger to this kind of work, having already had a run-through on the original Pavement in Hollywood. And as the star of the Ten Commandments, he's no stranger to spectacle, to say nothing of tablets, of stone, if not cement. So what did he make of the day's events?
When I go to a picnic and it rains, people always look at me reproachfully after that Red Sea thing. So when we get a nice day like this, I think I should get the credit. Some of it, only joking.
In a minute, you're going to have to part the crowds, not the Red Sea.
What did you make of all that, Alan?
Well, I think it's rather terrific. I mean, if it's odd, really, but I think it's something that is permanent, and it's a sort of symbol, isn't it, of sort of cinema, and a bit of a history of cinema. Well, it will be.
50 years ago, I had a picture showing at the Old Empire across the road, and it was one of those magnificent films we made in 5 days. I went to the premiere myself, and halfway through, got a screaming bird. It was booed right off the screen. So it's rather nice to maybe still be here today, planting my hands in cement.
Well, it's very exciting, I think, especially right in front of the theatre where my first film came out, which was Lawrence of Arabia. We had our premiere here. I think I'm very proud. I think that I'll be the only Egyptian in that cemented pavement.
Dame Anna, that was quite a ceremony out there. Rather fun.
It was yes, fun is the thing. Sometimes through fun you can get a message over, can't you?
Oh, I think so.
You need it for British films at present.
Some of my most rewarding experiences in film have been with British actors, British directors, British writers, British cameramen, British designers, and of course with British audiences. And British filmmakers continue to produce some of the best films of every year, and they deserve to be supported by British audiences and seen in theaters.
Oh, well said, Chuck. Now, a touring roadshow and a few days of showbiz gloss and glitter are all very well, but they're not in themselves enough to reverse the trend of the last few decades. The cinema really missed its opportunity 30 years ago when it was overtaken by TV as the cheapest and most readily available form of mass entertainment. That was when the exhibitors should have added an extra dimension to their picture palaces, a coffee shop perhaps, or a bar or a restaurant, to give them an added attraction. Going out to the cinema has to be a treat, otherwise why should people bother when they can stay at home and watch TV? Well, an ambitious new development at Milton Keynes, not actually a part of British Film Year, is perhaps a signpost to the way ahead. It's a multiplex cinema to open in the autumn with 10 screens, parking facilities, bars, discos, and indeed almost everything to make it a total entertainment centre, a place where you can spend the whole evening and not just a couple of hours at the movies. If it proves popular, then maybe it'll be repeated in other parts of the country too.